Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm in a darkened environment. The spotlight is on me, so to speak. Yes, one of my viewers has emailed me, and viewers do this from time to time, which is very nice, and they said to me, I'd be fascinated to know how the coronavirus, the crisis that we're in, has affected you and the Bald Explorer. Would you tell us a bit about it? And I thought, oh, that's a curious question. And I thought, well, yeah, okay, I will. This was a while back, admittedly, that he emailed me. But I thought it's one of those days where I have got a number of things that I've got to get done. And I want to make a video every day, but I can't always race out over onto the South Downs or find a footpath or whatever, because I've got to go and do some banking, or I've got to sort out my logs, or there's other admin to do. And you can imagine, you know, you can't just get out. So this is one of those occasions. So the coronavirus, of course, has been an absolute bugger, as it has for everybody. It's been a bane for most people. And of course, it's destroyed a lot of businesses. It's hurt a lot of lives. It's sadly taken people away from us, and hasn't been a fantastic thing. And it's caused a lot of problems for people like me and a lot of YouTube channels, I'm sure, who have just been unable to do things that they wanted to do. So the lovely Julia and I haven't been able to make a video together because we live in separate houses all this time since the lockdown. What is this, the 10th week, something like that, which has been a shame. And I have managed to go out and make a video, albeit in the big lockdown that we've now allowed out a bit more, of course, and go back to work officially if you can. In that earlier part, I was very much restricted to doing it as part of my so-called exercise, and was criticised by some people, even though I'm holding a small camera on a little stick and I'm not going very far. But the flip side has been that for me anyway, by managing to put out something every day, people have come in quite large numbers and subscribed, and for that I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you very much. And I think people have been, a lot of the usual stuff that they've watched has just not been available, or they've certainly had more time on their hands and trying to keep themselves occupied, and so therefore they've found other things, including myself. And I'm sure this is the case with many many other channels on YouTube or Facebook and other producers of content. And so from that aspect, it's been good. That's not to say that I would wish another wave of coronavirus and that we all get locked up again and all of that. So I certainly don't want that, and I'm hoping that our liberties and our freedoms will continue to expand, and that those businesses who have yet to be able to open up will be able to open up, because it's affecting me now in terms of the trips that the lovely Julia and I had planned that we haven't been able to go. And last year we did some amazing trips, not just with the lovely Julia, but with other people. Kevin Hall came with me. Previous trips had been with Mark English. I'd gone round the Jurassic Coast a bit with Dave Ford. So there are lots of people that I've been working with, and of course was doing projects with other people where I was interviewing people, and people with specialist knowledge could take me round places. And so all of that now is very questionable at the moment. And, you know, you go outside and it feels like everything is almost normal again, but it's not quite. There is people wearing masks and not people wearing masks, and we still have the daily briefings from the government, and the whole situation is now a bit confusing, because if you can go to work, you can work, and those who are furloughed are still at home, and those that can go outside, and you can go to picnic areas, and people are now larger numbers in the sunshine that we've had, or on the beach and all of that. But we're all supposed to still be adhering to this social distancing, and we can only meet outside. We still can't go inside. So there's lots of liftings of the restrictions, but some of it's quite confusing to understand. And then you have things like the riots that you've seen, or the marches in London, where all of that seems to have gone out of the window, particularly for certain groups of society who were deemed to be more susceptible to the coronavirus, seem to throw caution to the wind, and in massive groups have gone out rioting. So it's very confusing how to proceed. So although it's been very great, and I'm trying to up my game and trying to keep the content coming and trying to make it very nice, and as more people are becoming patrons and supporting me, I want to respect that and keep the content coming, etc., etc. It's the trips that I wanted to go out and explore as in part of my quest for England. At the moment, we still can't stay overnight anywhere, camping overnight, or staying in caravans, or camper vans, or even Airbnbs and that sort of thing. We still can't seem to do, which has put the kibosh on some of the plans that I wanted to do. And I know that the tourism industry is very keen to open up that, because the summer will be over if we're not careful, and that's when these people make their money. And if they do open up, there may well be a surge of people booking places, and everywhere may be too busy for me to go and get to. So this year may be a strange year in terms of going back to the normal videos that I have been doing. So partly, I think this virus has made me concentrate much more on the local area. And as you know, I've been starting this series of In Search of Sussex, so that it's places I can really go to in a day and come back and edit. And of course, I'm doing the live stuff as well. So in terms of the future, or the immediate future, I don't know how it will work with people like Matthew Holdsworth doing the Green Sand Way. We were following the Green Sand Way with Mark English. We were following and doing walks up in Surrey area with him, and with Kevin and other contributors that I work with. I don't know how you can do that, because if you've got to stay 6 foot from them, it's very difficult to do that on camera unless you're just cutting to the person all the time. It just makes life very complicated. And if the notion is that we need to wear masks, which I don't think we're going to go down that line. I know on public transport they're now saying that you might have to wear masks and things, but I'm not going to wear a mask on camera. If you can't see the person's mouth, I think that, you know, there are people who have impartial hearing, for example, who rely on lip reading. And if you can't see their mouth, it's going to make presentation incredibly difficult, and it just looks crap, to be honest with you. It just looks rubbish. So I'm not going to be wearing a mask on camera for certain. So it's a very tricky time, even though we have this slightly more relaxed situation in terms of working with other people on camera. So I think that for the foreseeable few weeks, I'm going to still be working solo, but carrying on with the In Search of Sussex and trying to make them really nice, plus some of the more vloggy ones, such as the walks, which I use with the GoPro, and the sort of more immediate type of things, less how would you put it, less professional, I suppose, more YouTubey, if you like, trying to do a combination of the two. So that's very much where I'm going. Thank you very much for that question, though. And if anybody's got a question that they think would make a good subject for a video that I can do in my downtimes, as it were, or when I need the day to do something else and I can do a quick setup, you don't have to put me quite in the spotlight situation in a quirky environment like this. But, you know, sometimes that's the thing. So, yeah, do send it in. Email me, richard@vobes.com, and I'll see if I can make a video on that sort of topic, or a question on heritage, landscape and nature. That would always be good. But I feel, just to caveat that, I feel quite guilty when I don't make a video and I'm out and about exploring and I'm sitting inside doing a video. I feel that this is a bit of a lame excuse, but I do want to get a video out every day. And if it's answering a viewer's question, then I feel that's a lot more legitimate than me trying to make something up. Anyway, if you want to leave a comment, you're very welcome. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, and I will be out and about, and we're going to start the next In Search of Sussex series very soon, and following in the footsteps of Arthur Stanley Cook and his book Off the Beaten Track, and other books exploring different aspects of the county and other places that I can get to. And as soon as they unlock the business about staying overnight, I will be planning trips, so have no fear on that, and we'll get the quest of England, exploring more of England too. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Can somebody turn the lights off now, please? It's very bright.